welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, the Gaithersburg Book Festival was a big draw for book lovers. And later, we'll introduce you to a Silver Spring mom who is training for her next MMA match. But first, the County Council has approved a budget of just over $5 billion, a slight increase from last year's budget as the county continues to recover from the recession. Susan Kennedy has the story. Susan?
That's right. The vote was 8-1 on this budget, which council members say holds the line on their top priorities, including property tax, public safety, and schools. The vote comes after weeks of work sessions and deliberations. It maintains property tax revenue at the charter limit.
Mr. Rice?
Yes.
And protects core county services and safety net programs.
We've passed a restrained and responsible budget. There were many needs in the community that we heard about, and we were able to address quite a few of them. They have all done a tremendous job. And I think we're providing our constituents with a government that works. That's what they expect, and that's what they pay for.
Council Vice President Nancy Florine cast the vote against the budget.
I'm sorry, I can't support that, and I'm not going to support the budget.
The council voted to support the 2010 energy tax as recommended by County Executive Ike Leggett. Councilmember Florine says she believes the council should have taken steps to reduce this tax in order to enhance our region's economic development.
So we are increasing spending over last year's budget by $90 million, and we are not finding any relief for the taxpayer as part of that. I'm sorry, I can't support that.
The council approved a total of $2.3 billion for Montgomery County Public Schools. And in keeping with its commitment, the council went above the executive's recommended funding for Montgomery College.
Education, whether it's pre-K, K through 12, and then post-secondary education are all important. But when we look at what makes the quickest turnaround, we see that in our community colleges, which is why we decided to double down and invest.
Good news for libraries in this budget. The agency will see a 5% increase in funds for fiscal year 2016. The funds will cover full funding for the new Silver Spring Library opening in June and money to increase hours at 11 libraries. And the council added money to the budget that will establish a campaign finance fund for the 2018 election cycle.
We were hoping for $2 million. It's a budget process. Not to say that $1 million is a small number, it's a large number. And so that we can begin the process of doing this important work.
This year, the council approved $2.24 million in grants to the nonprofit community.
We're fully funding the services that people require to maintain our high quality of life and keep Montgomery County the desirable place to live that it is.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The fiscal year 2016 budget will officially go into effect on July 1st. As the County Council wrapped up the budget this week, the U.S. Supreme Court recently ruled on the Wynn case, which will have a major impact on the county's future revenue. County Executive Ike Leggett said he's concerned the revenue reduction and increase in county expenditures will force a hefty property tax increase.
But my rationale, at least for the last 2 years, is that we needed to hold steady both on our expenditures as well as not to reduce revenue that we have. And unfortunately, we made some decisions in the last couple of years that reduced revenues and raised to the energy tax. They didn't do it this year, but we've done it in the last 2 years, which I thought was wrong. Because I knew that by continuing to add additional costs, it would place us in a very difficult position, even before the Wynn case. Now you add additional burden with the Wynn case, which suggests to me now that there is the likelihood for either greater reductions in programs and services in Montgomery County or tax increases to the property tax and at a level that we have not seen in recent years.
County Executive Ike Leggett recently sent legislation to the County Council that will reorganize the county's Department of Economic Development. Lorna Virgili reports.
From the time that I was sworn in last December, I promised that Montgomery County would refocus its relationship with our business community.
As part of his 6-point economic plan, Executive Ike Leggett has moved forward on privatizing the county's economic development. The executive has sent legislation to County Council proposing to fold the Department of Economic Development and the Montgomery Business Development Corporation into new 501c3 nonprofit corporations.
The county will continue to play a role in economic development through other functions that the local governments usually perform, including land use, community development, and of course transportation.
Each organization will have a CEO and a volunteer board with business sector representatives appointed by the executive and confirmed by county council. The nonprofits will have government support and will also have the capacity to fundraise from the private sector.
I'm committed to moving legislation to create a new economic development organization before the county council takes its summer break. I've been in communication with the chair of the Economic Development Committee. I believe that we can get a consensus very rapidly in that committee and bring it to the full council. We spend a lot of time looking over our shoulder at what's happening in Fairfax and Arlington, but we've also got to be very aware of what's happening in Tokyo and Frankfurt and other places around the world. We've got to be globally competitive.
The board will decide whether to retain about 40 Department of Economic Development employees. According to the executive, those workers who do not transition to the new format will be transferred within county government. In Rockwell, for County Report This Week, I'm Lauren Avergelli.
Executive Leggett also announced several new appointees in this third term of his administration. They include former warden of the county's correctional facility, Robert Green, to head the Department of Correction and Rehabilitation, acting Chief Scott Goldstein for the Fire and Rescue Service, former County Council member Cherie Branson to head the Office of Procurement, and real estate executive Michael Smith for the post of Development Ombudsman. The executive's appointments are subject to confirmation by the County Council. A ceremonial groundbreaking was held this week for Glenmont Fire Station number 18 at the southwest intersection of Georgia Avenue and Randolph Road. When it opens, the new fire station will serve thousands of residents in Glenmont, Wheaton, Lay-Hill, Kemp Mill, and Arcola.
We need to have a building and the resources here to respond to a very, very large number of citizens in this area and the growing demands throughout this section of the county. And that the old fire station needed to be replaced. It will have 4 drive-through apparatus bays, administrative space, living space, and private quarters, and include gear storage, decontamination, and information technology rooms as well.
During the previous administration, we had enormous growth in the county, and we fell behind on fire stations, we fell behind on police, and frankly, we fell behind on schools. This administration has taken a very different approach, particularly to public safety. And I really appreciate the fact that in these times, very difficult times, we have been able to expand both the police and fire to meet the needs in the county.
Today is a very important day for, as was mentioned, for all of Montgomery County. It certainly is going to affect Kensington on a daily basis. Today is a day of proof that when we do approve something, there is actually a groundbreaking. There will be a ribbon cutting, hopefully in the near future.
Construction on the fire station is expected to be completed in the summer of 2016. Coming up on County Report This Week, there's a story everywhere you look at the Gaithersburg Book Festival, and
a conversation about the rules of engagement between the community and police officers at a Silver Spring church. That's next on County Report This Week.
Swimming can be a great way to stay cool and beat the summer heat. Hi, I'm Gabe Albernaz, Director of the Montgomery County Recreation Department, and I'd like to ask you to be our partner in making this a safe summer. Drowning is a leading cause of accidental deaths in children, but drowning can be avoided. By following a few important rules, we can ensure that our children are safe at the pools. Regardless of swimming ability, children should never be unsupervised, even with lifeguards. There is no substitution for adult supervision. Minimize distractions such as cell phones. Drowning can happen in minutes. If you have to leave the pool for any reason, you need to take your children with you. Inflatable swimming aids such as floaties and noodles are not life safety devices. Do not substitute these for supervision either. By working together, we can make sure we are all safe at the pool this summer.
welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. The 6th annual Gaithersburg Book Festival attracted thousands of book lovers to the grounds of City Hall for this literary event that features some of the best writers in the world. Book lovers started arriving early for this event, and from the beginning it was clear that the diverse author lineup was certainly a big draw on this hot day. Organizers say about 20,000 people attended the event.
In previous years, it's kind of built slowly. At noon, I think we start to hit our peak. But I think from the very beginning, everything was, we had good crowds.
In this tent, best-selling author Greer McAllister shares the story behind her popular book, The Magician's Lie. Over at the Children's Village, the author and illustrator of the best-selling picture book, Dragons Love Tacos, entertained young readers and their parents. Other best-selling authors included Newbery Medal winners Phyllis Reynolds-Naylor and Kwame Alexander.
It's a wonderful place to be if you're bookish.
Author and local restaurant owners Brian Valtaggio, Cathal Armstrong, and Nora Pullian attracted the foodies.
It's the story of my life coming from Europe and coming to this country in the late 60s and realizing how the agricultural practices in this country are really, really messed up, to say the least.
It's about gathering people around food, sharing the experience, employing others in the kitchen to help you out.
Another big draw, author and political strategist David Axelrod, whose presentation was broadcast live on C-SPAN.
I love books, and anything that encourages people to read is a wonderful exercise. But for an author to come and have this kind of opportunity to talk to a group of avid readers about their project, it's a great thing.
As book sales were made in the Politics and Prose tent, other new and returning authors shared their love for this literary event.
It's been fun. I've run into a few authors that I know and people that I know from social media.
I'm just sort of astonished. It's so well run.
It's a little treasure.
Gaithersburg Mayor Judd Ashman founded this book festival, and he's proud of what it has done for his city in terms of economic development and branding.
We're compared a lot by writers and by attendees to the National Book Festival. Their budget's $5 million. Ours is $100,000. What we do on the meager budget that we do have, I think, is amazing.
Mark your calendars for next year. The 7th annual Gaithersburg Book Festival is set for Saturday, May 21st, 2016. Check out the Gaithersburg Book Festival's website to keep up with upcoming author news and events. Organizers are hoping you will also fill out an online survey if you attended the most recent festival, so they can gauge your feedback. Residents recently participated in a police forum in Silver Spring, where church officials hope to increase positive interactions between the community and police officers. MyMC Media's Alini Barros reports.
The setting, Norbeck Community Church in Silver Spring. The conversation, how people should interact with police officers in case of an encounter with law enforcement officials.
If I see a police officer and I know everything is okay with myself, my first reaction is not, that friendly officer. I'm nervous.
In an ongoing effort to improve the relationship between police and the community, church leaders hosted this public forum where attendees asked about the rules of engagement when someone is stopped by a police officer. But this local mom says she is still concerned.
I need the police to help us, to give us the tools as moms to feel comfortable, because I don't right now. I don't feel that way, and I am still nervous.
There are some basic rules when it comes to engagement with the police.
Obey all commands, especially if they ask to see your hands. Secondly, you should just simply be very positive and not confrontational, and simply share information that they may ask of you that's, of course, within the law itself.
This teen says the forum gave him useful information on how to act if he ever gets pulled over.
I'm gonna, answer their questions respectfully, not triggering any type of misunderstanding, because that's how all these tragedies have been happening lately.
What we expect of our officers, first of all, is to be polite, to share their information as it relates to their name, and also, just importantly, the reason for the stop, so that both parties understand what is going on, why, and of course, if there's a grievance, certainly feel free to share that grievance either with the district commander and or internal affairs division.
This conversation, according to a church official, hopes to eliminate encounters like the one with Freddie Gray, Eric Garner, and Michael Brown.
We assume that our young people know how to handle engagement with law enforcement, but a lot of times they just don't.
For County Report this week, I'm Alini Barros.
There's an important exhibit at the Sandy Spring Museum on display right now. It's called Migrating Lives. Julie Rios-Little has the story.
We have a long-standing relationship with Sherwood High School, and we've always wanted to work more closely with the ESOL students because we feel like they have stories that are going to be history in the future. And I think that history museums like ours could be doing a lot more to address contemporary issues.
It's an extraordinary opportunity to learn firsthand, to have the really intimate connection with the experiences of these migrating youth. Many of them are fleeing violence in Central America. Some of them are refugees from Vietnam still and other countries. Africa, we have a lot of African refugees as well. And it's really extraordinary to realize that they've gone through quite a bit to get here. But at the end of the day, they are young people with the same dreams, aspirations as anybody, as any of our own children.
Cuando estaba en mi país,
when I was in my country without my mom for 11 years, I felt depressed, like this picture. Now that I am with her, she's my best friend, and I fulfill my dream of getting to know people from different cultures and parts of the world.
When he first came, they drove through Texas and all the way here, and he saw people filling up their cars with gas, and he said, "Is gas free in America?" So this is that was the title of his book. Sorry.
The past, she writes it in Spanish. Soñaba que todo era mágico. Nothing goes as you plan.
For a last chance to go to this bilingual exhibit with books created by youth from Africa, Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America, visit the Sandy Spring Museum until May 31st. Julie Rios Little for County Report This Week.
Coming up on County Report This Week, the city of Rockville makes a top 10 list for families. And these third graders produce and perform an original opera at Steadwick Elementary School. Stay with us. County Report This Week is coming right back.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Rockville was recently named one of the top 10 places for families in the United States. Rockville 11 spoke with some of the people who make the city so special, including the chief of police and the mayor.
Rockville was recently named one of the 10 best cities for families in the United States by Livability.com. Rockville was selected because of its access to great schools, many parks and playgrounds, and high percentage of children in the community.
The historical insight and wisdom of the previous elected officials, the mayor and council from years past, who saw fit to invest in properties and develop parks through the years. Rockville has over 1,000 acres of parkland for a population of roughly 60,000. That's quite a good ratio. The other side of that is the activities, whether it's youth leagues that take place on some of the fields like we have behind us here, or the recreation programs like camps and playgrounds and after-school programs.
With top-rated public schools within the city limits, Rockville's children are receiving high-quality education with a focus on science and technology. Rockville was also recognized for having the lowest crime rate of the cities on the list.
Anytime you have a place that you want to live, you look at several factors. Certainly the school system, certainly the roadways, certainly the rec and parks, and just as importantly, the safety in the community. We're fortunate in Rockville to have all of these working to our advantage. From my perspective in public safety, we've had a very low crime rate, and God willing, we hope to continue it that way. When people feel safe and secure, where they can feel safe and secure in their home, safe and secure while they're out shopping, when their children are walking to and from school, then that's where they want to live.
Mayor Bridget Donnell-Newton says that it is an honor to be recognized on the list of best cities for families.
I'm thrilled to be able to say that we're number 9 because it's such an honor for us as a city. It speaks to who we are, it speaks to the community, to our excellent policing, to our wonderful parks and recreation amenities, to our public works, to our great schools, and the community support for all of those things. Working together, we really make Rockville a special place to live.
Rockville has also appeared twice on Livability.com's annual Best Places to Live list. To check out Rockville and other cities included on Livability's 10 Best Cities for Families list, visit Livability.com. For County Report This Week, I'm Chloe Leschner.
Harness the Stars Kids Opera Company, a student-run opera program at Steadwick Elementary School, showcased its original opera, Strike and Spare, earlier this month. MCPS TV was on the scene with the performers.
12 times 12. 100. 144.
We were looking for a way to really reach every single one of our students. The opera is the culminating experience that really brings all of these life skills and these academic skills. And so we see these things, we see all the things that they're getting unfolding on stage.
I don't want to be with you either.
I love acting with 350 people watching me.
The best.
Sometimes I get very nervous, but I won't let it get in my way.
I just enjoyed the audience reaction. It just felt real. I just focused all my attention to that one moment.
This year, the kids determined their theme to be failure, which is a very powerful theme.
Our message was failure can be a good thing if we push through it.
You don't have the right to judge others. Just stop!
I learned that you don't get things that you want so easily. You need to work for it.
It's authentic, it's real. The kids are connected to something that's meaningful to them, and they are creating and delivering a message to an outside public, to the world. And they feel like this is the first time they have a voice. And they can be heard, and what they have to say is important. It matters a lot.
I learned from my mistakes.
Some Montgomery College students received national scholarships and awards that honor their hard work and could change their lives. MCTV reports.
4 high-achieving Montgomery College students received news that proves hard work really does pay off.
Fidelis, would you come up? You have won the Jack Ken Cook Undergraduate Transfer Scholarship for 2015. You have won a Jack Ken Cook Undergraduate Transfer Scholarship.
The undergraduate transfer scholarships provide up to $120,000 for community college students to complete a bachelor's degree. For Fidelis Militante and Daniel Albuquerque, this scholarship greatly increases the scope of their educational possibilities.
It opens up a lot of doors for me, and hopefully a lot brighter future. Because of the scholarship, I don't have to worry about how I'm going to pay for college.
Knowing that I have this Jack Ken Cook scholarship, I know that financial needs and financial obligations aren't going to withhold me from reaching my dreams.
2 other Montgomery College students were recognized with National Scholarship Awards sponsored by the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Mason Rockwell Buran was selected as both a USA Today 2015 All-USA Community College Academic Team member and a Coca-Cola New Century Scholar.
To find out that I've been named to the all-academic team, it was just amazing to feel, 2 years of hard work really just came together. It's surreal.
Sahar Naghibi Khamnei was selected as a 2015 Coca-Cola Community College Academic Team Silver Scholar.
It's definitely an honor to have been named a Coca-Cola Scholar. I think it's both humbling and motivating at the same time. Very motivating to keep just doing what I'm doing, what I have been doing, what I got recognized for doing.
They are the entire package, these students. This really speaks to their depth and breadth as students.
And these scholarship awards are proof that MC worked for them. Reporting from Montgomery College, I'm Carolina Galeano.
You can find more Montgomery College student and alumni success stories on the MC Works For Me webpage or on Twitter by searching hashtag MC Works For Me. Coming up on County Report this week, you'll meet our pets of the week. And we'll go into the ring with a Silver Spring mom who is training for her next MMA fight. Stay with us. County Report this week is coming right back.
Montgomery College celebrated the achievements of hundreds of students on May 18th at the annual Dr. Harry Hardin Jr. Student Academic Excellence Awards. The students were recognized for having a 3.5 or higher GPA and for outstanding leadership and community involvement. The MC Raptors baseball team won the NJCAA District D Championship Series last week over Rockingham Community College. With the win, the Raptors advanced to the NJCAA D3 World Series in Kinston, North Carolina this week. And registration for summer and fall semester classes at Montgomery College is well underway, so now is the time to sign up for the classes you want when you want them. Register in person at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Sonya Burke. Silver Springs Morgan Daly has 1 win under her belt as an amateur mixed martial arts fighter. And at the end of May, she'll go for her second. MyMC Media's Krista Brick has her story.
When 21-year-old Morgan Daly steps onto the mat, she enters a male-dominated world of mixed martial arts fighting, also known as MMA. A University of Maryland student and a mom of a 2-year-old, when she enters the cage, she's a fighter who goes by the name Money Morgs.
It's hyperextended.
The sport is gaining popularity with women and combines martial arts like judo, jiu-jitsu, and aikido. Morgan won that first fight. Her second one is coming up May 30th, and she's training hard at Team Eckenrode Gym and Fitness in Rockville to win again.
I've worked a lot more on my striking this go-around. So my first fight, it was very ground heavy, just mostly on the ground. So this time I just want to show that I'm a more versatile fighter.
For about 4 hours each day, Morgan takes off her mom hat, closes her textbooks, and puts on her MMA gloves. She hits the weight in the gym, spars with men on the mat, and prepares for an upcoming fight.
There's no gender. I have a sparring grown man. I have a sparring man my size. And if she's not winning, it still frustrates me. She still gets yelled at.
It's a sport with few rules.
MMA is as realistic of a fight as a competition can be. So we have small rules: no eye gouging, no punches to the back of the head, no punches to spines, no fish hooks, no poking people in the eyes, but everything else goes.
Morgan ran track and swam for Good Counsel High School. She got into MMA in college, and her coaches say her work ethic is what makes her successful.
She needs to be perfect at everything she does. And even if she can't get there, she'll try as hard as she can to get there.
She has so much on her plate and she finishes it all, you know what I mean? So she sets a goal for herself. She's a mom, she's a student, she's an athlete, and trying to become a pro athlete.
And her determination is something she's proud for her daughter to see.
I want her to see me as an example. Like I kept going to school. You know, I'm a fighter. I'm not doing something that most women do. I just want her to see me as like a strong role model for her.
For County Report this week, I'm Krista Brick.
Save the date. Autism Night is coming up on Friday, May 29th. The Montgomery County Police Department is excited to partner with Autism Speaks in hosting the 3rd annual Autism Night Out. The event will be held at the Montgomery County Public Safety Training Academy in Rockville. The event will provide safety information to loved ones of those with autism, while also providing a little fun for the entire family. So remember to come on out on May 29th. Let's meet our pets of the week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
This is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Animal Services here on Muncaster Mill Road and Shady Grove. We are outside at the dog run this week, and as you can see, we have 2 wonderful guys for adoption. They're 2 Mastiff Labrador mixes. They're just 19 months old. They were owner give up. I think they just got a little bit too big for the previous owner. They are brothers, but they do not have to be adopted together. They need a place that has a lot of room. We need some place they can run. They are nice, wonderful, sweet dogs, but they're They're big and they drool a lot. Come on down to the shelter. Give us a call at 240-773-5900 or visit us on the web at Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center.gov and visit these guys. They're Rocky and Nikki.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for watching.